Just seeing them grow from the start, confidence growing and their techniques improving, we'd never ever take them somewhere else because he is just perfect.
I have 2 girls at AFAC and we've been coming since it started at the beginning of 2019. They feel safe and I think they feel encouraged as well.
I like my teachers and they always encourage me when I need encouraging and they make it really fun for me and the rest of my class. I feel very proud and happy and excited to meet my new teacher.
Noah finds motor planning and things like that difficult. You know, he tends to get that same teacher, so they definitely know what works for Noah, what to kind of keep going with, how we can kind of achieve the next thing. So it's really quite consistent and valuable.
It's really good, nice quality time spent with the grandies, and it's a great centre for families as well. She may have got a lot older, but never miss out on the green jelly after the swimming lesson, so that's always a given.
I wouldn't be driving 25 minutes past 2 swim schools to come if I didn't enjoy it.
The kids just enjoy it too much here and love all the teachers, so why move them somewhere else?
Thank you, councillors. We are now live. So I will declare the meeting open at 7:18 and once again pay my respects to the traditional custodians of the land on which we meet, the Noongar Whadjuk people, and pay my respects to their elders past, present and emerging. The business of tonight's meeting is to appoint councillors to the established committees and the chairs and deputy chairs, but we also first have to appoint a deputy mayor. So, if we're turning to... I think I'm handing over to you at this point. I'll hand over to the CEO at this point to run the election of the Deputy Mayor.
Thank you, Your Worship. The following nominations have been received in writing for the position of Deputy Mayor. We have a nomination for Councillor John Keogh, for Councillor Kerry Busby, Councillor Paul Hetherington and Councillor Michelle Silva. I would like to advise the meeting that it is still possible to submit a nomination for the position of Deputy Mayor. These nominations will be open for the next 2 minutes. If you require a form, I can provide one to you. And the close of nominations will be at 7:22. The time is now 7:22 and I declare that the nominations for the position of Deputy Mayor have now closed. If I could ask you to please talk amongst yourselves as we will be preparing those 4 names to be drawn from the box. The order in which the names are drawn from the box will determine the order in which they appear on the ballot papers and also the order of speeches that each candidate will be invited to make.
Okay. Once we put the box away and we have our undivided attention on the speakers, I will invite Councillor Keogh to speak first. Just let you know that it's 2 minutes and the CEO is counting and she's going to cut you off, apparently, if you go over.
Thank you, Mayor. Can I ask I get like an action or a go now, so I just know that when the time starts, please? Good evening, fellow councillors. I humbly request your support to vote for me to continue as the City's Deputy Mayor. During my 4 years on council, I've sought to engage with councillors in a conciliatory and collegial way. I respect everyone and want to draw on and celebrate everyone's talents. We don't need to always agree, but we need to interrogate and examine choices council makes, fighting for what's best in the city. To achieve this, we need a strong voice and one that can successfully advocate and articulate our values that seeks outcomes based on sound, clear objectivity. Like everyone, I am on a continual learning journey and I welcome and celebrate this. I'm not perfect, I'm happy to admit, but I believe that I'm the best person fit for this role. Why am I running? I'm someone who wants to serve and cares deeply about our community. My primary school is here, my church is here, my fire brigade is here, my family here, and my life is basically here. I'm a third-generation member of this community. I acted in Rolling Stone plays growing up. I played footy on Kelmscott Ovals. I go to church in Hilbert, and I love shopping in Harrisdale. I will be a Deputy Mayor for the entire city that fights for everyone's ward. I'm passionate for our city and I want to give back and get every ounce the city is owed, whether it be with different levels of governments, city developments, funding opportunities or speaking up for our community groups. I have the time to give expertise and experience. We need someone with effective working relationships with both state and federal members to ensure they continue to fight with their respective governments. We need good diplomacy and good relationships. We need a strong voice for Armidale. This is one of the many areas where I've been successful and we need to continue to advocate. In this area, I've worked closely with the Mayor. We've secured $20 million for state funding for the R and $5 million federally for Central Park. The specific Armidale train line alone was over $400 million federally, and we've also secured tens of thousands of dollars in state grants for various communities. This is green a great outcome, but we need to do more. We need a Deputy Mayor who is effective at addressing Armidale with the Regional Recreational Reserve, tech services, cost increases, ageing infrastructure and of course, importantly, working in our western suburbs where our population is growing the fastest. I'm passionate about the role and feel that I can give it the time and effort it requires. I have significantly less family and work commitments compared to other candidates and my track record supports this. I will work positively, seeking consensus and guidance from you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Keogh. We'll now go to Councillor Silva.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for your time and listening to me as I stand before you tonight as a candidate for Deputy Mayor of the City of Armidale. I'm not here to make grand promises or offer polished politics, but I'm here to speak honestly as someone who's lived and breathed this city for most of my life. This community has shaped who I am, and every decision I make as a councillor comes from a place of deep care and genuine connection. Just a quick summary of my background. My journey with the City of Armidale began when my family returned from travelling Australia and settled back into Kelmscott when I was 5. My parents then bought a home in Brookdale where we lived for well over a decade and where many of the nights of the week I played netball and basketball and even some roller skating discos at the old Armidale Rec Centre, which we now call the Arena. All of my schooling was completed within our beautiful city, firstly at Kingsley Primary School in Kelmscott and then at Kelmscott Senior High School, where I earned a place in the language program to gain entry and was later voted Deputy Head Girl by students and staff alike, in conjunction with being clan captain for 4 out of the 5 years. After moving to Gosnells in my later school years, I then met my partner and we decided to build a home PR orders. During that time, I lived in Araluen in Rolling Stone for over a year with my partner's family, who are original long-standing members of the Araluen Golf Club. This is to say, this city isn't just where I live, it's where I've built my life, where I'm raising my son, and where I've chosen to give back. The main reason why I stepped up for council and continue to is when I saw my estate and PR orders left in limbo after the developer failed to meet their obligations and went bankrupt. I wanted to be a part of the solution. I was also driven by the concern over rising rates and a desire to understand and improve the system, not just critique it. I've always been respectful and reasonable in my pursuit of my ward priorities, particularly when it comes to fair rates. And while I can be passionate, I'm honest about that, and I'm also someone who welcomes guidance, reflects on feedback, and is always working to be better. I've served as Deputy Chair across multiple internal committees. I've been on the school board of Forestdale Primary School, and I am now the Board Chair of Riva Primary School. I sit on the Wowga South East Metro Zone Committee, and go. Oh, thank you.
Thank you, Councillor. Now I will ask Councillor Busby to speak for 2 minutes.
Thanks, Madam Mayor.
Oh, sorry.
It's all right. First, before talking about myself, I do want to welcome all the new councillors. It's a real privilege and an honour to be a councillor, and this is just one opportunity to get a role as a deputy mayor, but we all play a significant part in the city of Armidale, and this is just a small role. I've been privileged to be on council for 14 years and have really enjoyed to have the trust of the community to do that for 3 elections. I'm a strong community advocate and business supporter and always have been. I'm a family man first. I'm a community man, and I've always been a businessman, and I've had the privilege of part of that is being a part of the founding of Business Armidale for this area, and the first president was privileged to be a part of the new building of Dale Cottages. Been 14 years has been a real privilege because I've been on all committees. I've chaired 3 of them, and we've really achieved a lot, and I've had a good understanding of council, and I'm really honoured working with our officers and have built a really trustful relationship with them and really enjoyed that. We've had great achievements as a city, and I've played a good part of that with the mayor and other councillors that have been here for a while. We got the dualling of Armidale Road, which was about 120 mil by advocation. We got 10, 15 mil or something like that for the doing of AFAC, and we've had so much money come in I couldn't list it, so I'll try not to. But we've advocated for a 24/7 police station as a council and got it. We advocated for a TAFE college and we got it. Had the privilege of being on Dale Cottages board, and recently we built the new facility, which is fantastic. I'm a strong leader, I'm a good communicator, or I hope I'm a good communicator, and I'm confident with no doubts that I'll be able to represent the mayor and the city when and if called on. After my family and my church and community comes next. Well, my wife might say that's not the case. She might think community comes first because I spend so much time doing it. But I don't need a position to give everything I have. I don't think any councillor around this table does. We will give our best no matter what with all that we do. So I would be privileged for the role and the opportunity and just ask my councillors to support me. Thank you.
Thanks, Councillor Busby.
2 minutes.
Councillor Hetherington, you're up.
Thank you, Mayor, CEO, and thank you, colleagues. I stand here today and I humbly seek your support to serve as Deputy Mayor. Over the past term, I've had the privilege of working alongside each of you, both returning and newly elected councillors, and I believe we've built a strong foundation of mutual respect and collaboration. I'm proud to be a part of this council that values teamwork and open discussion and a shared commitment to serving the people of Armidale. During my time on council, I've been fortunate as well to have served on all 4 of our main committees: Homelessness Working Group, Reconciliation Action Plan Working Group, Highland Gathering Working Group, CEO Performance Review Panel, Audit and Risk Committee. You'll see that I come from a position that serves the community. That's what I'm about. These roles have given me a deep understanding of both the operational and strategic sides of our city, from governance and accountability through to community connection and celebration. These experiences, I've developed a reputation, I hope, as someone who listens and works collaboratively, brings a calm and fair and balanced approach to decision making. And I've also earned the respect of our staff, who know that I value their professionalism and the important work they do every day to deliver for our community. So as Deputy Mayor, my commitment is simple: to support our Mayor and our Council to continue leading with integrity and purpose, to ensure that all voices around this table are respected and heard, and to represent this Council and the community with professionalism and pride. I'm very capable of stepping into the shoes of our Mayor should she be unable to fulfil her duties, and my role and my family allow me to do that. I have the flexibility within my job to manage this role. As I finished this talk last year, 2 years ago when I stood here, I want you to know that regardless of the outcome, I'm still here to listen, I'm here to act, and I'm here to ensure the voices of our community are heard. Thank you for your consideration. Thank you for the respect and the friendships that you guys have shown me throughout our time together here on council. Everyone that's nominated tonight would be a great Deputy Mayor, and whichever way this vote lands, the person will have my full support, and I look forward to working with you to achieve the best for the city. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Councillor Hetherington, and thank you very much, all candidates. You all spoke very well and passionately, and you all have wonderful qualities. The next part, ballot papers to be handed out. So I think we're ready.
Your Worship, I just need to authenticate each of the ballot papers, so I will be reviewing them and initialing them to make sure that the voting process is compliant. So if you just, again, have a moment to talk amongst yourselves while I do that. Councillors, if I may have your attention just for another moment. The ballot papers have now been authenticated and I will come and distribute them. In terms of the voting, you are required to write the number 1 in the square next to the name of the candidate who is your first choice. If you want to, you may show more choices by writing the numbers 2, 3 or 4 in the squares next to the names of the other candidates in the order of your choice. You do not need to write a number in all the squares. You could just put the number 1 or the number 1 and 2, or up to whatever number of preferences up to 4 that you wish to indicate. I will now come and collect the ballot papers. As this is a preferential voting system, we do have a spreadsheet that is provided to us. I will try and endeavour to put the results up after each stage of the count. But again, if you could talk amongst yourselves while we do that. Councillors, if I may have your attention. After the first count, we do not have any candidate who has reached the threshold for declaration as the Deputy Mayor. If we're able to show the count on the screen. We need to just move it across a fraction. So after the first count, we have Councillor Keogh with 7 votes, Councillor Silva with 3 votes, and both Councillor Busby and Councillor Hetherington with an equality of votes, being 2 each. The process, when there is an equality of votes for the 2 candidates there, is for me to have to put the names into a box, and the first person that I draw from the box will be excluded from the count and their preferences will be distributed. So again, if you could just allow us a moment while we do that. Councillors, if I can have your attention, after the distribution of Councillor Hetherington's preferences, we still do not have a candidate with the sufficient number of votes to be declared the Deputy Mayor. We will now display those results on the screen. We have Councillor Keogh with 7 votes, Councillor Silva with 5 votes, and Councillor Busby with 2. With Councillor Busby now having the lowest number of votes, we will now distribute Councillor Busby's preferences. Again, please talk amongst yourselves. Councillors, we have a very interesting situation. After the distribution of preferences, we now have 2 candidates remaining with an equality of votes. So if we are able to show that on the screen. So we have both Councillor Keogh and Councillor Silva with 7 votes each. At this point in the proceedings, the Local Government Act requires that the meeting is to be adjourned, and adjourned for not more than 7 days. So I will now hand to the Mayor to determine the length, or to put a motion to the floor for the length of adjournment of the meeting.
Thanks, councillors. I would like to adjourn the meeting for, let me see, 1 hour. And we have another member. Just walked in. I'm open to suggestions, really. I mean, how much discussion do you want? I'm open to questions. If you question Yep.
Can I make a comment? No?
You can make a question. You can question me.
Okay. Mayor, would it be okay if we adjourned for 2 minutes?
Thank you. I think that's a little bit too short. I would suggest perhaps, if it's not going to be a long time, just thinking about the rest of the business that we've got to get through. Councillor Silva, do you have a question?
Yes. Would we have to do another speech, or
No,
perhaps finish a speech?
Yes, please.
For 2 minutes.
Through the chair, when we come back after the adjournment, the votes are to be cast a second time, and at that point nominees can withdraw their nomination, and new nominees may also put in a nomination, and we literally begin the process again.
Okay, with that information, councillors, I will put that we adjourn the meeting for 10 minutes. Do I have a mover for that motion? Councillor Stoneham, I saw you first. Do we have anyone opposed? If not, thank you, that's carried, and we will see you back in here for 8 minutes past 8. 8:08. And we will recommence the process, or restart the process. So I'll hand over to the CEO to redo the Deputy Mayor elections stuff.
Thank you, Your Worship. I would like to declare that the nominations are now open for the position of Deputy Mayor. I will close nominations in 3 minutes' time, so at 8:12. And I do have ballot papers for any candidate wishing to nominate. So this is a completely fresh process. Again, talk amongst yourselves. Councillors, the time is now 12 minutes past 8, so I declare that the period for nominations of Deputy Mayor have closed. At the close of nominations, we have 3 nominations for Deputy Mayor, being Councillor Michelle Silver, Councillor Paul Hetherington and Councillor John Keogh. I will now be proceeding to put those names into the box and doing the shake and rotate process. So again, if you can bear with me while we do that, and please talk amongst yourselves.
I'm sure that they've been through enough, so I'm not going to make them speak again.
Councillors, if I may have your attention once again. The ballot papers have now been authenticated and will be distributed. In terms of voting, I will just repeat that you are required to write the number 1 in the square next to the name of the candidate who is your first choice. If you want to, you may show more choices by writing the numbers 2, 3 or 4 in the squares next to the names, 1, 2 or 3. We don't have 4 anymore, apologise. So the numbers 2 or 3 in the squares next to the names of other candidates in the order of your choice. You do not need to write a number in all the squares. You could just put the number 1 or the number 1 and 2 or 1, 2 and 3. The decision is up to you. Councillors, I will now come and collect the ballot papers. As mentioned previously, this vote is by preferential voting, so we will be completing the spreadsheet and keeping you updated as the count progresses. But if you can now, talk amongst yourselves. Councillors, if I may have your attention. After the count, we do have one candidate with sufficient votes to be declared as the Deputy Mayor. And if you could bring that across on the screen, I can say that as a result of the ballot, that I declare Councillor John Keogh elected as Deputy Mayor of the City of Armidale from the 22nd of October 2025 until the start of the first meeting of the Council after the local government's next ordinary elections in October 2027.
Right, congratulations, Councillor Keogh. Right, that brings us to back to the agenda, and we do have a couple of things to do, which is so now we've got point 5, which is public question time. As the public run out the door. I'm assuming, no, I'm not assuming. Do we have any questions from members of the public? If not, I'll close public question time and move on to the business of the meeting, which is the Chief Executive Officer's report and the business arising from that report, which is, starting on 1.1, page 6, appointment of councillors to council, established committees and appointment of chairs and deputy chairs. So the recommendation then comes on begins on page 12 with corporate services. This is Corporate Services Committee meeting. We have to fill out members and deputies. So what I'm going to do is go around as it's written in the agenda here and ask River Ward, who is your nomination for member and deputy?
Thanks, Chair. So for Corporate Services, we have member as Chris Jorgensen and deputy myself.
Thank you. And Ranford Ward?
Yeah. The Corporate Service Committee, the member is Shanavas Peter and deputy is Councillor Tony Thomas.
Thank you very much. Palomino Ward?
Thank you, Mayor. For the member of Corporate Services, Councillor Sargison and deputy myself.
Thank you. And Heron Ward?
The member is Councillor Newman and the deputy is Councillor Willinger.
Thank you. And Minnawarra Ward?
Member is Councillor Smith and deputy is Councillor Busby.
Thank you. Lake Ward?
The member is myself, Councillor Silver, and the deputy is Councillor Singh.
Thank you. And Hills Ward?
The member is Councillor Mosey and the deputy is myself, Councillor Stoneham.
Thank you very much. Thank you. We do need a mover and a seconder for that. Thank you. Councillor Peter has moved. Is there anyone opposed? If no one's opposed, thank you. That's carried by absolute majority. So that takes us on to community services. River Ward.
The member would be myself and the deputy would be Councillor Keogh.
Thank you. Ranford Ward. Thank you. And Palomino Ward.
Thank you, Mayor. Member for Community Services Committee for Palomino would myself and Deputy Councillor Sargison.
Thank you. Now we go to Heron Ward.
The member will be myself, Councillor Willinger, and the deputy Councillor Newman.
Thank you. And Minnawarra Ward.
Member will be myself, Councillor Busby, and deputy will be Councillor Smith.
Thank you. And Lake Ward.
The member will be myself, Councillor Silver, and the deputy will be Councillor Ahmed.
Thank you. Councillor, Hills Ward.
The member will be Councillor Stoneham and Deputy Councillor Mosey.
Thank you. Now, we've got to move this as well. And could I ask for a mover for this one, please? Councillor Smith, thank you very much. Is there anyone opposed? If no one's opposed, that's carried and an absolute majority has been reached. Development Services, Riverville Ward.
Sorry, Mayor. Development Services, the member will be myself and the deputy will be Councillor Jorgensen.
Thank you. Ranford Ward. Thank you. Palomino Ward.
Thank you, Mayor. Member for Development Services, Councillor Sargison, and Deputy myself.
Thank you. Heron Ward.
The member for Development Services would be myself, Councillor Winger, and the Deputy Councillor Newman.
Thank you. Minamora Ward.
The member will be Councillor Smith and the deputy will be Councillor Busby.
Thank you. Lake Ward.
The member will be Councillor Ahmed and the deputy will be Councillor Silva.
Thank you. And Hills Ward.
The member will be Councillor Mosey and the deputy will be Councillor Stoneham.
Thank you. And sorry, I'm going to request that I go on that committee as well. Do we have a mover for that motion? Thank you, Councillor Mosey. Is there anyone opposed? No one's opposed. Thank you. That's carried with an absolute majority. Now we come to Technical Services. River Ward.
The member will be Councillor Keogh and deputy will be myself.
Thank you. I've got Ranford Ward next. Thank you.
The member will be Councillor Peter and deputy will be myself, Tony Thomas.
Thank you very much. Palomino Ward.
Thank you, Mayor. Technical Services member myself and Deputy Councillor Sargison.
Thank you very much. And Heron Ward.
The member will be Councillor Newman and I will be the deputy.
Thank you. Minawara Ward.
The member will be myself, Councillor Busby, and the deputy will be Councillor Smith.
Lake Ward.
The member will be Councillor Ahmed and the deputy will be Councillor Silva.
Thank you. And Hills Ward. If we could have...
Our member will be Councillor Stoneham and our deputy will be Councillor Mosey.
You didn't press it, but anyway. Thank you. And I'm requesting to go on that committee as well. Could I ask if we have a mover for that motion? Councillor Peter, thank you. Is there anyone opposed? No one is opposed. Thank you. That's carried with an absolute majority. Brings us to the City Audit Committee. I'm already on that committee, but I do need a deputy, so I'll deal with that in a moment. We do have the space for 4 more councillors, and I'll just... There's not space for them, so... apparently, we can have another one. So there's 5 councillors can go on there. I'm happy to take nominations from the floor for this one. Councillor Hetherington, you were first up. I saw you first, let's say. If we can just turn your mic off, Councillor Stoneham. Thank you.
Yes, hard to miss. Mayor, I would like to nominate I've got a couple of nominations if I can. I'd like to nominate myself, Councillor Peter, and I'm also aware that Councillor Sargison wants to be on this committee. I don't know how that works in terms of us both being on in the same ward, if that matters for this particular committee, but yeah.
Well, you might have to see how many nominations we've got and then go from there. So we've got Councillor Peter, Councillor Hetherington and Councillor Sargison. Councillor Stoneham, you're up.
I would like to nominate Councillor Mosey.
Councillor Mosey as well. That is, how many? 4. Okay, we do have a space for one more councillor. Councillor Keogh, you're up.
Yes, thank you, Mayor. I'm happy to nominate myself should no one else be interested.
Thank you. I'm looking around. Nobody is interested. Okay. No, they're leaving it to you. I'm sure they're fascinated. But that does bring us to the 5 councillors that we have nominated for this committee. I do need a deputy, and everyone actually needs a deputy. So what if your ward councillor is also on the committee, you will have to find a deputy amongst the rest of the councillors. Would anyone like to be my deputy? Councillor Jorgensen, thank you for leaping out of...
I would be happy to be your deputy, Mayor.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Then we've got next one, Councillor Peter.
Councillor Tony Thomas, my deputy.
Councillor Sargison.
Dan, please. I'm not sure of the surname.
Thank you. Do you accept? Thank you very much. Councillor Hetherington.
Thank you, Mayor. Councillor Sargison stole my deputy, so is there anybody on that side of the room that would like to be my deputy? Councillor Singh, thank you.
Thank you. And who have we got next? Councillor Keogh. Sorry. You're behind a screen.
Yeah, look, not really sure whoever wants to be my deputy, but I don't know if we can double up on deputies, my understanding, is that right? Oh, thank you, Councillor Smith. I nominate Councillor Smith, thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Smith. Okay, and we've got Councillor Stoneham for Councillor Mosey. Thank you very much. We do need a mover for this motion. Thank you, Councillor Newman. Is there anyone opposed? If no one's opposed, thank you. That's carried and an absolute majority has been reached. Presiding members and deputies as below. So we have nominations, or we've got corporate services up first. So we're requesting a nomination or several nominations for presiding member, and then of course we need a deputy as well. So do we have any nominations for the presiding member of corporate services?
I'm
Councillor
nominating Councillor Mosey.
Thank you very much. Councillor Mosey has been nominated. So to understand that there's some been nominated prior to the meeting, as we have there.
And through Chair, we will need to remove any that are not on the relevant committee.
So we're dealing with the first ones first. So Deputy Chair nomination for, so if you're on this committee, you have the opportunity to nominate for...
I'd like to nominate myself, thank you, Madam Mayor.
Deputy Chair, thank you.
Where the hell am I? Doing corporate. Yeah. I'm not seeing my name anywhere.
I would also like to nominate for that deputy.
Thank you. If we're at this stage, we're just gathering names. What I might do is just confer with the CEO about which part we might do first. Okay, just to tidy this up a little bit, if you look at your screens, we do have a nomination for chair from Councillor Mosey. He is not on that committee, so we'll remove... Oh, sorry, I'm looking at the wrong one. Am I? Sorry, corporate. You're on corporate. I'm looking at tech and saying a different thing. Sorry. Councillor Mosey, your name's going to be removed because you're not on the committee. Happy with that? Tech. Thank you. We all happy with that now? Okay, so have we got any further nominations for any of the positions that are available? Councillor Silva.
Can we withdraw nominations as well? I'd like to withdraw my nomination for Deputy Chair of Community Services, and I would like to add a nominee for the Deputy Chair of Development Services as Councillor Amit Singh. Thank you.
Right, do we have any nominations for Deputy Chair of Community Services? Councillor Stoneham.
I'd like to nominate myself.
Thank you. And we do have City Audit down the bottom there. We missed that one off. We've got Councillor Hetherington has nominated for Chair. Do we have a Deputy Chair nomination?
Mayor, I would like to nominate Councillor Peter, but I have one question, if I may. If I am successful in the position of Chair for Community Services, we would like to switch our nominations for audit so that Councillor Peter is nominated as Chair instead of Deputy, if we can do that.
We certainly can. We'll pop you both down at the moment, and then when it comes to the vote, we'll deal with it.
Thank you,
in order. Right, there you go.
Thank you, Mayor. Sorry, I've just been given another nod. Can we please nominate Councillor Peter for Corporate Services Chair? Deputy Chair. Deputy Chair, to be clear.
Deputy Chair?
Yep.
Certainly. Are there any further nominations for anything?
I would also like to nominate for Deputy Chair of Community Services. Why not?
Fabulous. Okay, thank you. Are there any
Sorry.
further nominations?
I will
Yes?
withdraw my nomination for Deputy Chair of Community Services.
Okay, thank you. Any other withdrawals? Any other additions?
Yep,
Councillor.
I'll put my name for Deputy of Community Services.
Thank you. Are there any further additions or withdrawals? If not, we might get on with the voting then. We have only one nomination for Chair of Corporate Services, which is Councillor Mosey. And As there is only one nomination for Chair of Corporate Services, I will move that Councillor Mosey becomes Chair of Corporate Services. Is there anyone opposed? No one opposed. Thank you. That's carried. Now or later? Okay. Getting advice here. Let's do the easy part first. So we'll go to the Community Services Committee Chair nominee. There is only one nominee, Councillor Hetherington, so I'll move the motion that Councillor Hetherington becomes the Chair of Community Services. Is there anyone opposed? If no one's opposed, thank you, that's carried. Development Services Committee, we have only one nomination, Dr Wallinga. So I'll make that motion that Dr Wallinga becomes the Chair of the Development Services Committee. Is there anyone opposed? No one opposed, thank you, that's carried. Technical Services Committee, Chair nomination is Councillor Busby. I will move that Councillor Busby becomes the Chair of Technical Services. Is there anyone opposed? If not, thank you, that's carried. And the last one is City Audit Committee. And we have two nominations there. Would we like to sort those out now?
Yeah, I'm happy to withdraw my nomination for that one.
Thank you. Councillor Hetherington has withdrawn his nomination. So Councillor Peter, you are the only nominee. Would you be willing to accept that? Good. I'll move the motion then that Councillor Peter is Chair of the City Audit Committee. Is there anyone opposed? No one opposed. Thank you. That's carried. Right, if we go back to the top, Community Services Committee has Corporate Services has 3 Deputy Chair nominees. So we'll have to do the balls. So Councillor Peter, what are you?
Sorry, Chair, we need to have a ballot paper or?
No, we're not doing it by ballot.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But what we're doing is the process. Would you like to explain the process?
This process is just to determine the first motion to be put. So all 3 nominations will be placed into the box, and the first ball that is drawn will be the name of the first motion that is considered and potentially debated by the council.
Have you got a question?
May I suggest that we do them in the order that they are there, move a motion to do them in the order that they were presented? I don't believe that there's a requirement in the Act to do it under this method.
I'll pass over to the CEO.
There isn't a requirement of the Act to do them in this method. This is the receipt of nominations, and it is open to the presiding member to determine a procedure under clause 19.2 of the standing orders, and this was sent out to all councillors prior to the meeting, where the Act is silent in this regard.
So I thought that this method would be the fairest. Okay, so we've got 3 nominations. We're going to pop them into the box. So, councillors, I'm going to put the motion that Councillor Jorgensen becomes Deputy Chair of the Corporate Services Committee. Is there anyone opposed? Okay. Do I have a seconder for that motion? Councillor Keogh. Do we have... okay, so we've got... I shouldn't have moved it. Okay, we're going to enter into debate. So I'm not going to... I moved the motion, so I'm not going to speak. So the seconder, Councillor Keogh, would you like to speak the motion?
No, I won't speak. I'll allow others to. Thank you.
Thank you. Those, sorry, someone did oppose. Councillor Willinga, you opposed?
Only simply because the other two candidates had already put their name down on other committees, so I was trying to give my new ward member a chance of having a position on a committee. That's all. There's nothing personal against anyone.
Thank you, Councillor Willinga. Is there anyone to speak for the motion? Anyone to speak against?
Thanks, Madam Mayor. I'll probably say this for all of the three committees where we're running deputies. I remember when I first got on council, it's a learning experience. I know for myself and Councillor Nixon at the time, we came from business backgrounds. We came from almost a background where we understood finances, we understood the community, but to learn council took a long time. It probably took us a good year before we really understood how the meetings went, how to be able to chair the meeting, how to be able to get an understanding of what's in that agenda. Corporate services itself is a really big one. It's got all of our finances, it's got our budgets, it's got our mid-year budgets, it's got so much in it that, if all of a sudden something happened to Councillor Mosey and anyone was actually put into that position without any knowledge of council, without any knowledge of the committee, without any knowledge of the council process and procedures, I just believe it's too hard. And I think, I would encourage all new councillors to spend some time, spend a year or so just really learning how that goes, and that's why I would be supporting a sitting councillor for those committees at the moment. Thanks, Madam Mayor.
Thank you, Councillor Busby. I am willing to take, during debate, a flagging of another name, obviously. Is there anyone to speak for the motion?
Yes, I just wanted to say and be honest that I believe anybody should be able to take any chair position on any committee. There's a lot of unspoken rules sometimes in councils, and I just don't believe it's fair to have some apply and not others. So I think that any councillor at any point has any right to run deputy chair, and I just wanted to say I'm a little bit disappointed in this process. I wish we could vote, but I understand. So I just wanted to make sure that Councillor Jorgensen, Councillor Newman and Councillor Peter were all treated fairly. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Silva. Anyone to speak against the motion? Anyone to speak for the motion? If not, I'll put the motion, I guess. So, all those in favour of the motion that Councillor Jorgensen becomes the Deputy Chair of the Corporate Services Committee, please raise your hand. And the motion is lost. Can we just do that vote again, because all of the names have to be recorded, so we've got to do it over time. Thank you. The motion is lost. Have you got names now? You right? Thank you. Okay, next name out of the barrel is Councillor Peter. I will move the motion that Councillor Peter becomes the Deputy Chair of the Corporate Services Committee. So I'll put that motion to the meeting. Is there anyone opposed? Thank you. Do I have a seconder? Thank you. Okay. So, seconder speaking first. Thank you. Which one of you would like to speak?
I concur with Councillor Busby's comments earlier. I mean no disrespect to our two new councillors. I also don't want to choose between our two new councillors. Councillor Peter has already been Deputy Chair of this committee. It is an important committee and he has a very good understanding of it, and I believe he would be the best candidate.
Thank you, Councillor Stoneham. Councillor Newman, I think you had your hand up as well.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Thank you, Councillor Stoneham. I do agree that it is important that everybody gets a go, and there is 2-3 new councillors in this committee. Many of you know my experience. I have 10 years of experience in local government, and this is not new to me, but I speak to oppose the motion because I've obviously foreshadowed in the next motion, so thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Newman. Is there anyone to speak for the motion? Councillor Hetherington.
Thank you, Mayor. I feel like I need to stand, and as everyone else has said, we mean no disrespect or anything. This is a really awkward position, I think, for all of us to be in, to have these conversations like this. But I do agree that this is one of the really big things that we need to get right in our council. And again, not suggesting that neither of the other two can get it or would get it wrong. However, there is a lot of experience that comes with Councillor Peter and a lot of knowledge that he has, and I think he would serve our Corporate Services Committee very well.
Thank you very much. Anyone to speak against the motion? If not, I'm going to put it...
I would like to do 4, please, for the motion.
Yep, Councillor Silva.
I would just like to say that Councillor agree with the others and say Councillor Peter has lots of experience and would also be a great Deputy Chair for this committee.
Thank you. I'll put it to the motion. I'll put the motion to the meeting. All those in favour of Councillor Peter becoming the Deputy Chair of the Corporate Services Committee committee. If we just leave our hands up until we get the numbers for the... Have we got the names? Thank you. My count just generally indicates that Councillor Peter has got that with an absolute majority. Thank you very much. We'll now move on to the next one, Deputy Chair nomination for Community Services. And we have 2 names there. Okay, so we're going to do the same process again, into the box. Thank you, CEO. I will put the motion to the meeting that Councillor Busby becomes the Deputy Chair of Community Services Committee. All those, no, do we have, sorry, do we have a seconder? No, oh, sorry, I'm going mad. I'm tired. I need food. Do we have anyone opposed? Just put your light on.
Yes,
You're opposed?
I would be opposed.
Okay, thank you. Do we have a seconder? Councillor Hetherington. Thank you. I will ask Councillor Hetherington as the seconder to, if you'd like to speak.
Thank you, Mayor. I've been councillor for 4 years. I think I've been on my feet more tonight than I have in the last 4 years. Look, I think, again, nothing personal. I think I know from my own experience it did take a long time for me. I ran my first Community Services Committee as deputy only a few months ago, and it was a very nerve-wracking experience, and there was a lot of things that I still didn't know and still got wrong and I still didn't understand. And I think, again, a very important part of what we do, and I think there's a lot of things coming up that we need to really have a lot of knowledge about. Councillor Silva and I talked sort of at length today around this as well, you know, the lease and licensing. I think there's a lot of things that are coming up within this committee that do require a fair bit of already background knowledge and background understanding, and I think Councillor Busby, as he's already mentioned tonight, has spent a long time on council and comes with a lot of that knowledge, and I think that will be very useful. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Peter. Councillor Jorgensen, would you like to speak next? Sorry, did I just say, sorry, Councillor Hetherington? Sorry.
I suppose I would just like to suggest that maybe I don't have my L plates on today, but the best way to learn something is by doing. So I'm sure Councillor Busby will be quite busy chairing the Technical Services Committee, so I'm more than happy to step into this deputy role if given the opportunity.
Thank you, Councillor Jorgensen. Do I have anyone else to speak? Let me see. For the motion? Against the motion? For the motion. Sorry, I did go for the motion and everyone was chatting, so, you know. Okay, it was clear. Councillor Busby, would you like to speak?
Yeah, I do. And thanks, Councillor Jorgensen. You're right about the L plates, but you're also wrong about the L plates. For me, Councillor Hetherington actually said this, and being a part of the community services for the last quite a few years, I just understand what we've got coming up. And the lease and licensing that we've only just got through is huge. And even with L plates, it would take probably 3, 4, 5 months of sitting with your fellow ward councillor and going over that to really get an understanding of what it looks like, how we got there, why we got there, the challenges we had to get there, and then some of the challenges we've been through, with the Reg Williams lease and how we went through that, we walked through that and that journey, and that alone is a significant learning. But on top of that, we've got our master plans that we've been working on that's coming up. We've got the bowling club coming up. We've got Gwyn Park. We've got Forestdale. There's actually so much that we've actually had to work really, really, probably not hard as a council, because we're all going to work hard, but the work we've done, there's so much of it. And sitting in the deputy chair position means if the chair can't make it and one of these items is on the thing, you now need to lead that committee through the agenda and try and have an understanding of all that's going on. And that just takes a long time to get an understanding of how we work and stuff like that. So as Councillor Hetherington said, it's really, standing here live on camera, it's very frustrating and, it's not nice. I think a ballot would have been much better and I think that would have been a better outcome. But it's not that any of us councillors that have been here a while have any issues with new councillors putting their hands up and doing stuff. I just think we're at the moment where it would be better to have probably a councillor that's been around a little while and has an understanding, and that's the only reason that I feel to put my hand up in this role. Thanks, Madam Mayor.
Thank you very much. Is there anyone to speak against the motion? If not, I'll put it to the meeting. All those in favour of, what are we voting for? Councillor Busby. becoming Deputy Chair of, what are we up to? Community Services. All those in favour? Have we got? I'll just take a stab and say that we are, Councillor Busby, you are now the Deputy Chair for Community Services. Thank you very much, everybody. And an absolute majority was reached. I'll now go to the Development Services Committee. And we have two names, so they're going into the box. Sorry, Councillor Stoneham?
Is it too late to add a name to the boxes?
To the Development Services
Yes.
box? Well, we did go through this before, so I would, I think that I'm going to draw a line under actually having that. Sorry. We do have two names, Councillor Sargison and Councillor Singh.
Chair, can I ask one question? After the committee chair and deputy chair election, can we adjourn the meeting for dinner break?
What I'll do is I'll just get these over and done with, and then we'll take a decision together. Okay. Here we go. Are you all right?
Yes, it's in the right order.
Okay. I'll just I'll put the motion then that Councillor Sargison becomes the Deputy Chair of the Development Services Committee, and I'll put that to the meeting. Is there anyone opposed? Councillor Silva. Do we have a seconder? Councillor Hetherington. Councillor Hetherington, would you like to speak?
Here I am again. No, ma'am, much the same as already spoken. Again, nothing against our new councillor. Again, Development Services, I sat on Development Services for my first 2 years as a councillor, and 4 years in, I'm still confused. Development is a really tough committee, and there's a lot of things to understand, and yeah, like I say, I still jump on Google and Google what all the little acronyms mean and bits and pieces. There is a lot of things to learn around development, and it's a tough committee. Councillor Sargison has been with us now for another couple of years and has been with us prior to that. So again, I talk to the knowledge that comes with an experienced councillor, and I think it's in this instance worth its weight.
Thank you, Councillor Hetherington. Councillor Silva, would you like to speak?
Yes, again, nothing personal, just supporting my co-ward councillor here, and it's just another unwritten rule I would like to speak about, is that normally it is expected that the chair runs a meeting, not particularly have too much of an opinion. So if that is the case, it doesn't really matter what the content of the meeting is, as long as they can run the meeting effectively and be able to control people effectively and do your back and forth in the code of conduct. I think it does not matter about experience when you're deputy chair. And also, it'll be very unlikely there'll be many times that they'll have to chair, especially with Dr. Willinger and her commitment. So thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Silva. Is there anyone to speak for?
Madam Mayor, can I ask a question?
Yes.
Because this is very confusing on how we're doing this tonight. It's actually really odd. In a council meeting, when there's a motion proposed, I'm not looking to do it. I'm going to but people can actually shadow a different motion. They can do that. Is that the same in this position right now?
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry, could I add that I foreshadow...
Sorry, Councillor Silva, you've had your chance to speak.
Can I not foreshadow at any point?
You've spoken. No, you can't. I'm sorry. We do have to stick to the standing orders. So, Councillor Busby's your question. Could I ask if anyone is to speak in favour for the motion? Is that what we're up to? Against the motion? Councillor Wallinga.
I'm just trying to read the room, and I'd like to foreshadow that the previous deputy chair, who's now returned to that committee, may be the new deputy chair. So that's Councillor Mosey. Councillor Mosey was the previous deputy chair of Development Services, so I'd like to foreshadow in opposing this only because Councillor Mosey would like to nominate himself. I can see that he would like to, and he's got the experience that everyone's just spoken of. So if this motion was to fail, I'd like to foreshadow a motion that Councillor Mosey is the deputy chair.
Thank you, Councillor Wallinga. Thank you very much. Okay, so if this motion should fail, we have another nomination as part of this recommendation. So is there anyone to speak for or against this particular nomination? This particular motion, which is that Councillor Sargison become the Deputy Chair of the Development Services Committee. Councillor Sargison.
I'll speak for it on this one occasion. I've actually served on the Development Services in the past for a few years, twice actually, and I think it's now time to step up to it, not as the deputy, not as the chair.
Thank you, Councillor Sargison. If there's no more debate, might just put it to the vote then, that Councillor Sargison become the Deputy Chair of the Development Services Committee. All those in favour? All those against? So people, you have to vote. Thank you. One or the other. Thank you. Have we got all the names recorded? Councillors, can we just... You've got them all? Thank you very much. Councillor Wallinga, you had an alternative motion?
So to not...
Sorry,
No.
Can I just pop down? I'll just see what's going on. Wow, this is a very confusing process. So our process of drawing the balls out of the box means that we now deal with Councillor Amit Singh and his nomination for Deputy Chair, and then we will go to any other motions that have been put flagged as being next. So I will put the motion that Councillor Singh becomes the Deputy Chair of the Development Services Committee. Do we have anyone opposed? Councillor Wallinga is opposed. Do we have a seconder? Councillor Silva. Councillor Silva, would you like to speak?
Nothing other than to repeat what I said before, that I think everybody has a fair right, and that I think it's more about running the meeting than it is knowing about the content. And also, again, no offence, but Councillor Mosey did have his opportunity to put his name down before, and it was actually presented by another councillor too. So I'm not sure that's very fair, but it's within the code of conduct, so fine. Thank you.
It's our standing orders actually, but thank you. Thank you. Councillor Willinga, would you like to speak?
I don't need to foreshadow that again, do I? It's been foreshadowed once. Okay, no, just as everyone's been saying, previously, Councillor Peter, for example, has the experience for corporate. Councillor Mosey was also the Deputy Chair previously, so he's got the experience. That's all I was referring to.
Thank you very much. Is there anyone to speak for the motion? Against the motion? Councillor Mosey?
Yeah, look, I want to really echo a lot of what's already been said around the table. I do also want to apologise, sorry, first before I get to talk against this motion, that yes, I did have my opportunity to nominate, I should have. I did ask the question, obviously, because in hearing the debate around these others, I do think that the experience is pretty crucial, particularly this committee. We obviously still got a lot going on in terms of Metronet and, you know, a whole heap of a massive pipeline of other things coming through development services. I have been the deputy chair and had to chair that committee a number of times during that time as deputy. So again, no disrespect to Councillor Singh, but yeah, I just feel that it is pretty important that we do have experience.
Thank you, Councillor Mosey. Right, I will put it to the motion. Is there anyone else to speak for or against? If not, I'll put that motion to the meeting that Councillor Singh becomes the Deputy Chair of the Development Services Committee. All those in favour? Thank you. All those against? Thank you. The motion is lost. We do have a foreshadowed motion on this floor. Councillor Willinga, your foreshadowed motion is that Councillor Mosey become Deputy Chair of the Development Services Committee meeting. I will put that to the meeting. Is there anyone opposed? If no one's opposed, thank you, that's carried. Technical services, we have only one, nomination. So there being only one nomination, I will put that to the meeting to ratify. Is there anyone opposed to Councillor Stoneham becoming the Deputy Chair of the Technical Services Committee? If no one's opposed, thank you, that's carried. And that brings us to the last one, where we have Councillor Hetherington as being the only nominee. Is there anyone opposed to Councillor Hetherington becoming the Deputy Chair of the City Audit Committee? If not, thank you, that's carried and an absolute majority has been reached. I'm just going to check with the CEO whether we need to make sure that an absolute majority was announced for all of those votes. I know we achieved it, but I'm not sure whether I announced it all. So. Yeah, I think it's sufficient that I announce that all of those votes that we just took reached an absolute majority. So we have done our requirement under the Act. We have had a request that we now adjourn and have our dinner, as it is now 9:30, and my stomach is grumbling. We do have the opportunity to either come back tonight after dinner, or we can adjourn the next lot of committees and sorting out to next week. I'm open to suggestions, Councillor Silva.
I would like to move that we adjourn the positions perhaps to the individual committees. Is that possible, or?
We do have a couple that need to be done sooner than the committees.
Okay, well, could we do them and then push the rest of the committees?
That is the recommendation at the moment.
Yeah. So that's following the recommendation that we got in our agenda. So I'm not sure how hungry people are, or... Sorry, what?
A little bit worried about scaring our new councillors, but just joking.
So it's the appointment of, at the moment we're looking at the appointment 1.2. We'll just, if you could just take a seat for a tick, and we will have a look at what needs to be done immediately. Which is what page? Okay, councillors, what we have decided, and I'll put this to the meeting so you can vote on it, but that we adjourn the meeting for tonight and we reconvene next Monday at 7 p.m. To go through and choose the rest of the ones that need doing. So them coming on page 29. So that's the appointments in 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. that need doing fairly straight away, and of course the rest will then go to the committee meetings to be decided at committee meetings. Are we happy with that recommendation?
I'll be an apology for that, Madam Mayor, because I'm representing you at Cecil Andrews' presentation night next Monday, so because there was nothing on, so none of us were expecting to be here, so that date doesn't really work.
So can I just get a feeling for who else has a council appointment on that night? If no one else does. Councillor Keogh, do you have something else?
Actually, no, sorry, that's right.
Would Tuesday night be better? Have we all got our diaries out? Perhaps checking? That might be a...
Madam Mayor, we all are here at 4 o'clock for photos on Wednesday, aren't we?
Councillor Peter,
question?
Sorry, Councillor Peter and I are at a conference.
On Monday and Tuesday?
Yeah, starting from Tuesday. So...
So, sorry, it's starting Tuesday, so will you be here Monday night?
Yes.
Okay. Can I just ask what time the Cecil Andrews event is on? What time does it start, though? It's probably...
6 o'clock. Last time I finished about 9:30.
Could we start the meeting, so if we went to a council meeting that started at 5, could people make 5 o'clock? On Monday.
And they're going by how long we've taken tonight. I'm really not sure I'm going to make it for 6 o'clock.
Yeah, sorry, Mayor, I would be opposed to anything suggested other than doing it tonight. I know it's a long night, but I think, I would suspect, I'd like to think, these other things wouldn't take that long, but that's my thoughts anyway.
Just another spanner in the works. I believe we might have a canopy working
Question
group.
is a...
Canopy working group on Monday at 5. Just
Oh, that
yeah.
really can be moved.
And
Okay.
just a question, Madam Mayor. Most of the others can go to the committees like they did last time. How many are there that have to be voted on tonight? How many?
Points 1,
Right.
2 and 3.
If we deal with those ones and then the rest go to the committees, if that's
Well,
what you would
if
like.
we're not moving an adjournment, then we're pushing on through. Everyone looks to be agreeing. Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to blot you out, but I can't. Okay, so we're still under standing orders and we're moving through the agenda. We do have a recommendation beginning on page 29, which makes So the recommendation is on the bottom of page 29, that Council make the appointments for the period of October 2025 to October 2027 as follows. I would like to, the first one there is the Emergency Management Committee. I am the chair of that committee. Do I have anyone wishing to be my deputy?
I'm happy to nominate deputy, thank you, Mayor.
Are there any other nominations? No other nominations. I'll put that to the meeting, that Councillor Keogh becomes the deputy for the Local Emergency Management Committee. Is there anyone opposed? No one's opposed. That's carried. Thank you. South East Metro Zone for Walga. I would like to return to that committee. Yeah, it is a committee. Do I have a nomination for another member?
Yeah.
Sorry, Councillor
Yes, I'd
Wallinga, you've been on your feet for ages.
I'd just like to nominate Councillor Newman, who'd like to be on that.
Thank you. Councillor Wallinga. Councillor Silva, I'm taking nominations from the floor now.
Sorry, can I nominate myself, please?
Yes, certainly. We're going in the same process.
It's up to you. You can whichever make their thing, but anyway, we can just keep calling for nominations.
Councillor Keogh.
Thank you, Mayor. I'd like to nominate for the Walga South East Metropolitan Zone as well. Thank you.
Okay, so we've got 4 now. Anybody else? Okay, so we all go into into the box. Councillor Wallinga, have you got a question?
I can phrase it like a question. Would it be that we are voting for this and that the last 2 might become the deputies? Would that be quicker? Are we not allowed?
We can, but I think that we have to sort of pretty much follow the process that we've agreed to in the with the balls.
It's up to you, but otherwise, is it fair to everyone who's put their nominations?
I don't know. You make a call.
Madam Mayor, could I just ask a question?
Yes, certainly.
You have the option as a presiding officer whether this can be done by balls or whether it can be done by a 1, 2, 3, 4 silent vote. Is that correct?
No.
No?
No voting. No.
Really? Okay.
Not like that anyway. We have to vote on it as a motion. Okay, so we have got the balls. Do we want to have a motion with 2 names put up first and then the other two names become deputies. Is that what you're suggesting? I'm going to ask the CEO what might be the quickest method of getting this done and fairest. Okay, 4 balls in the box, as we've agreed to. Okay, we're going to go through the same process. Rightio. We'll do the same process exactly. So this is for the first position on the Wowga zone. And I will put Councillor Silver's name forward and ask if anyone is opposed. Councillor Keogh, do I have a seconder for that motion? Thank you, Councillor Busby. So Councillor Busby.
Thanks, Madam Mayor. It's important that the Mayor gets on this, so I'd like to encourage all the councillors to vote for the Mayor on that when it comes due. Most of the mayors are on the zone, and it's pretty significant. I'm supporting Councillor Silver on this. She got on 2 years ago, and from what I've gathered in talking to her, she's never missed a meeting, always been there, always supports council well, and I think she deserves it. And I'm really willing to support her for that, to give her another 2 years on that. Thanks, Madam Mayor.
Thank you, Councillor Busby. Councillor Keogh.
Thank you, Mayor. As someone who has been the deputy the last 2 years and attended some welcome meetings, I find that comment interesting, Councillor Busby. So that's why I'm opposing Councillor Silver. I think it's important that we do have strong representation at Wowga, and that's why I'm nominating myself. I do agree with Councillor Busby's sentiment earlier, though, that the Mayor should be as one of those representatives as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Keogh. Anyone to speak for the motion? Councillor Stoneham.
I am strongly supporting Councillor Silver and the Mayor to be the members for this particular committee. They've both done excellent work in the last 2 years. They work very well together. I've been at Wowga conventions with Councillor Silver, and she does an amazing job of networking and talking to people. And so I would strongly encourage the rest of council, even those who have their name forward, to consider putting Councillor Silver and the Mayor forward as the 2 members for this group. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Stoneham. Anyone to speak against the motion? For the motion? Oh, we've just had one for, so I think we'll just...
Okay.
Yeah, we're just... you want to hear something nice, I know, but I think we all want dinner as well. So I will put the motion to the meeting and suggest that we put Councillor Silva onto the zone as a it's a full representative. All those in favour? Thank you. All those against? Thank you. And that motion is won. I will now put Councillor Newman's name forward.
Madam Mayor, I'd like to withdraw from this position. Thank you. And I will foreshadow a nomination for a deputy role. Thank you.
Thank you. Councillor Newman has withdrawn his name from the is the member for South East Metro Zone. So I'll go to my name next. I'll put, is there anyone opposed to me going as a member of the South East Metro Zone? Anyone opposed? Thank you, everybody. That's carried. So the 2 positions have been filled and an absolute majority has been achieved. So now we will go to nominations for deputy member for the South East Metro Zone.
Yeah, I nominate Councillor Keogh for the
deputy member.
And Councillor Newman, please.
And Councillor Newman, are there any other nominations? If not, we've got 2 nominations and 2 deputies nominated. 2 nominations and 2 places. So I'm going...
Sorry, 2 places. Sorry. I'm just so used to doing the box.
So eager. Just so eager. I think that we're over the box and those balls. So thank you, councillors. I'll put that motion that those 2 councillors, Deputy Mayor Keogh and Councillor Newman, be the deputies for South East Metro Zone. Is there anyone opposed? No one's opposed. Thank you very much. That's carried. We do have the... Do we need to do that one? The performance review? Don't. We're going to miss. I'm going to remove from the recommendation the CEO's performance review panel. There's not a time imperative on that one, so we're going to move that to the next meeting. Standing, do we need to do that one now? Not really.
There is, normally we would have a meeting.
Right, we're going to move those last, the Standing Order and House Advisory, we're not going to do now. Pickering, Brooklyn Surround, Sustainability and Tourism Strategy Working Group, we can do later. As we can with the Canopy Cover Working Group. It doesn't matter. We've got time to do that. It's not a... I'm not going to say it's not an important committee, but we don't have to do it now. One thing that we do have to do now is make the following nominations to the Minister for consideration of appointment to of the city's members and alternate members for the Development Assessment Panel. So, Councillor Keogh, you're on your feet.
Thank you, Mayor. I'd like to nominate Councillor Willinga and Councillor Peter to that one as members.
Thank you. So we've got 2 nominations there. Councillor Willinga, are you willing to accept that nomination?
I'm happy to if there was no further nominations, but I had said to several people if they were really keen, I'm okay to be the deputy. So either way.
Sorry, have we got any further nominations then? So I've got 2 nominations, 2 places. We've got Councillor Peter and Councillor Willinga. I'm going to put that to the meeting that those 2 members be appointed. Is there anyone opposed? No one opposed. Thank you. That's carried and an absolute majority has been achieved. Alternate members. We need 2 alternate members. Councillor Stoneham?
I'd like to nominate another alternate member, please.
For yourself?
Yes.
Yes, thank you. And we need 1 more deputy.
I nominate Councillor Keogh.
Councillor Keogh, thank you. So we've got 2 deputies nominated. Are there any further nominations? I'll put that to the meeting that Councillor Stoneham and Councillor Keogh become deputies, or alternate members, I should call them. Sorry. Is there anyone opposed to those alternate members being elected? Not elected. Recommended. If no one's opposed, thank you, that's carried. Now, the next one, 3, make the following 3 nominations to the Minister for consideration of appointment of a member to the Development WA Land Redevelopment Committee. Councillor Keogh.
Thank you, Mayor. I'd like to nominate myself, Councillor Willinga and Councillor Peter to be those 3 nominations. Thank you.
Thank you, councillors. Do you accept that nomination?
I have a question.
Yep.
If we send them in a particular order, is only the first one given the position, or are they deputies?
It's the Minister's choice.
Oh, okay.
And there is only 1.
There can be only 1. Okay.
There can be only 1.
Okay, I'll accept.
But the Minister needs 3 names to choose from. So Councillor Willinga and Councillor Peter, are you willing to accept those nominations? Rightio. Do we have any further nominations?
Yes, Councillor Amit Singh, for the sake of having a third, I guess.
So now we've got 4, so we need to go to the balls again.
Sorry, I'll formally withdraw that.
Thank you. Do we have any further nominations? If not, thank you very much. There's 3 names being put forward, which are Councillor Keogh, Councillor Peter and Councillor Willinga. I will put that to the vote. Is there anyone opposed? If no one's opposed, thank you, that's carried and an absolute majority has been reached. And what I'm going to do is all the things that we've skipped and number 4 on our agenda, I'll ask for a mover and someone that we we don't do them tonight and we do them at the very next opportunity that we've got. I've got lots of movers. Councillor Willinga, you moved. Is there anyone opposed? If no one's opposed, thank you, that's carried, and we will put all those ones that we haven't done so far, the working groups and whatnot, to another meeting. Thank you very much, everybody. I'll just look what's on the rest. Nope. Thank you very much, councillors, and I will close the meeting at 9:49 and congratulate once again newly elected councillors. Welcome along. Our meetings do not usually ever go this long, so but welcome and congratulations. Thank you very much.